Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. If this is somehow able to make it onto YouTube, fantastic. If not, then I appreciate your support because you're here watching on Patreon. So first off, shout out to our Black Tier Patreon and, of course, supporter, username Suyu. This is the first of two requests for Suyu. This is Bolero from TVXQ. It's a live performance from a concert in the Tokyo Dome, which is why I'm like 99% sure that you're only going to see this on Patreon. But just in case, on the off chance that it is on YouTube, I'm kind of making this dual greeting kind of thing. The second request from Suyu is going to be TVXQ from this same concert, but it's going to be Love in the Ice. Now, Suyu knew that from the Killing Voice reaction that I did, that I wasn't as big a fan of Love in the Ice, but that I did appreciate it. And Suyu thinks that the live performance is going to be even better and shows it off, you know, in a much better way, especially because all the members are there. So looking forward to both of these. I'm going to get this one done first by request. And yeah, we'll go from there. Also, you guys obviously can't tell this, but I have my headphones on and I just came from day 2 of KCON and my ears are ringing. So if I miss any of the really higher or lower frequency type of things, just know that that might be why I missed it, if there is anything to miss in there. Anyway, so this first one is about 6.5 minutes, so let's get started. Hopefully there's no ads. If so, I'll try to edit them out. Sorry. There's one thing I wanted to talk about before we actually get into it. This song is called Bolero. Bolero, by definition, is a style of Spanish dance, but it's also like a genre of Spanish music. I don't know if that's going to have anything to do with this song, but Bolero, as far as music goes, usually is in like 3/4 or 4/4 time, and it lyrically it usually has like a emotional connection. Almost a lot of boleros that I've experienced, at least, is like love type of songs, whether that be like a passionate kind of love or, you know, like a romantic kind of love. I don't know. And also there's a heavy emphasis on like the Spanish guitar in Bolero typically. It's all side information, but I wanted to point it out in case it has anything to do with the song. All right, now we can get started. Sorry. All right, so we're not getting that Spanish guitar here, but I am loving the instrumental so far. It's cool to see. So it was a 5-member group. Alright, boys. Love that harmony. Ooh, that one's even better. I like how he started a little lower and came up. Yes, sir. I could tell where the harmony was coming by the structure of the song at this point. So we've got like this string chorus going on. Look at all those people, man. Ooh, someone's got a growl. Okay. That guy. Was he the one on the left in the killing voice? Or was it him? Okay, let's go. Everybody harmonizing on them high notes. I was actually just about to say, oh. Beautiful, and a nice little vibrato there at the end to really bring that feeling home. Wait, it's not even over yet. I was gonna say he was doing such a good job of emoting that it sounded like he was gonna like almost crack and break into tears a little bit. And then he like dropped it into a softer, more vulnerable tone. Very nice. Okay, first off, that was fantastic. Love that one. Um, Second off, I was gonna point something out, but I didn't want to take away from the song while it was going. But back when I said, "Man, look at all those people," um, there was a stat that I saw actually just technically yesterday that involved TVXQ. It was a stat about twice, but it was really cool because I knew that I was going to be doing this reaction after I read that. And it was a stat that basically said Twice was the first uh, K-pop girl group to perform in the Tokyo Dome, or maybe it was the Nissan Stadium. I think it was Nissan Stadium. Anyway, to a crowd of 65,000 or more. And only the third group ever. And one of the other two groups that had done it before them was TVXQ. The other one was 17. But I thought it was really cool that TVXQ, uh, especially considering I know almost nothing about them other than that killing voice and now this, is like finding ways to drop little nuggets for me, even on social media. So, yeah, it was a nice little tie-in. But this song was beautiful. It felt moving, and I saw the lyrics, but it felt like the lyrics were missing some of the lines. So what I was doing here as it wrapped up, like when they were coming down the lift, is I was pulling up the lyrics over here because I wanted to make sure that what I'm seeing or hearing actually matches up. So this is going to be an English translation. I'll follow along on this just in case it is missing something here, but as I'm kind of glancing, it kind of looks like it got everything. um, so as for like a first impression of like the message, I was more focused on the vocals really, so I didn't catch much of the lyrics, even though I was kind of trying to follow along with them. But my first impression is that this was, I don't know, a song about dreams and the group either being the group as themselves or being an avatar for somebody, like a companion of whatever, whether it be partner, friend, whatever, who will protect those dreams and protect the dreamer. We'll see how close I am when I actually go through it again and watch and actually pay attention to the lyrics this time. But like I said, I'm gonna follow along on here at least for a little bit just to make sure we're not missing anything. So it starts almost waltz like. So I dreamed about you dancing on the moon stage, floating in the darkness. Uh, okay, so already we have a discrepancy between what I'm reading and what I'm seeing. It's the same general feeling, but this translated site says, "On the moon stage that floats in the darkness, I had a dream of you dancing there." So, not sure which one is more accurate. Um, but the the sentiment is the same. So we get this picture of think of like being on stage literally, and rather than calling it the moon stage, which would in this case just be like darkness and the moon being the only thing that's lighting the way at that point. I think that's the image they're going for. But you could really more imagine that if you just picture yourself in a theater and there's a soloist on stage or a ballerina or a dancer of any type, and the spotlight is on them, like all the other lights are out and just the spotlight there. It's essentially the same image. So all right, so someone is dancing on the stage here, spotlights on them, Alright? Now, musically, we're picking up, so it's like the person is doing the dance, if you keep that image in your head. That is a crazy crowd, man. Okay, so right here, I like how the music, like, ramped up, and it kind of made you picture this person doing their dance on the stage all alone. But then we reel it back in, and it says, don't carry around each of these deep wounds in your heart. So there's been struggles, there's been strife, maybe literal physical pains, maybe emotional pain, whatever. In terms of, let's call it, like a trainee, like an idol trainee, or sorry, an idol. You could think of this as like their trainee period where they're going through all these hardships. And even after they become an idol, when they still have all this, all these issues, they're singing as kind of like a, I don't want to say consolation. That's not the word I'm looking for, but like this feeling of trying to heal them. Like, you don't have to carry around all this weight, all this burden, all this pain. Whatever it is, the struggles have hit this person. We're hearing that musically, but you don't have to carry that. Also, the lyrics over here say the deep, deep wound of your heart. Don't bear them all one by one. Nobody will blame you. It's okay to be who you are. So let's see what this is. Nobody disapproves of you, just be yourself. Okay. So, if this were a live reaction, meaning like with chat, I would ask you which one of the sub translations that we wanted to go with instead of going back and forth, because they're saying basically the same thing, but there's little nuances in these translation errors that like they could make a difference. But essentially here, again, going back to breaking that other line down, whatever pain that you've had, whatever has wounded you, share that burden. They say nobody will blame you. It's okay to be who you are, or just be yourself. So maybe that person has gotten criticism for what they've done, or who they are, or what they do, and they're trying to basically encourage the person, like, hey, it's okay, you can let that go, just be yourself. So this is like, it's feeling more and more like a healing song. At first I kind of thought of it more as a sadness type of song, but it feels like it is sad, but it's trying to heal the sadness. So remember I mentioned a bolero is technically a style of dance, which now it's making more sense about why we call this bolero. Obviously it's a lyric here, play a bolero, but they're talking about that dancer that's on the stage, and it's, instead of necessarily like being a break dancer or a ballerina or whatever, it's specifically the imagery is someone doing a bolero dance. Excuse me. So, lovingly, fleetingly, obviously the best type of, especially like ballroom dancers and bolero and whatever have you, are really good with their feet, like nimble-footed. I don't know how better to describe that, but lovingly meaning like infuse that passion, whatever dream you had to be on that stage, like put that into the dance, and have your feet follow the dream, essentially. Okay, actually, I have to stop here. I wasn't going to, because I glanced over, and there's a huge translation difference here, because this one says, let me hear the melody of the lovely fragile ballerina that is played by your tiptoes. Like, this specifically mentions a ballerina. So I think I'm just going to follow along with the one over here. Which, when this one said on your toes and fleetingly, now it also makes more sense in the ballerina term because, you know, they're wear the point shoes and a lot of times they're on their tiptoes. Um, yeah. Okay. So the next line is going to say, fly up, your sadness will also find a place to be healed. So at least I got that part right. It is a like a sad thing, the song, I mean, but it's about healing that sadness. It's not specifically about the sadness itself. Okay, so this was saying dissatisfaction flow out of the window. Over here we had inside the dark room, the satisfying feelings overflow from the window of the heart. So it's basically like you were going through this journey almost like so we started with the dancer on the stage, right? All the eyes are on them, so they're the main character. And we went through this period where the instrumentation made you feel like the person's dancing and they're, you know, living out their dream here. And then we reeled it in, like I said, and we had like this vulnerability, we had this sadness, we had this, you know, this pain in your heart and all this stuff. Now we're talking about being happy and the like you've done such a great job, or maybe you are happy with the result of your training or whatever. So the satisfying feelings are overflowing, like you're beaming with pride kind of thing. So I'm just going to read the rest of this first. Dreams grow under the moonlight. So remember, they're dancing on the moon stage. So the dream is growing. They think they can go further. They're pleased with how they've done. You frantically engrave the rhythm of hope, and dreams grow. So again, doing a little bit better, and you're doing a little bit more, and your training is paying off, and now your dreams are getting bigger, and it's building on itself. And then it says, you seem to be yourself. You flap your wings freely and search for the answer that no one will ever know. So that could be talking about them as a dancer being introspective and performing, or it could be, you know, flapping your wings like literally a metaphor for chasing your dream, like flying away. We think of birds when we talk about these dream concepts. And search for the answer that no one will ever know. Could be like only you or that dancer or whatever knows what it is that you're searching for, and so you're off in search of it, but no one will ever necessarily know that you have found it if you do ever find it. See, this has a different nuance already again, because it says the reason you're yourself is because you fly freely. This, so that's basically making it a cause and effect. Like you are who you are, and it's someone that's true to themselves because you are unshackled by this burden. You're flying freely, you're chasing your dream. Over here, the lyrics seem to suggest that, okay, you seem to be yourself, you may or may not be, but it's like you feel at home, and because of that, you're able to fly freely. So it's almost opposite meanings on these. So I'm really curious which one is more accurate, and I don't have anyone to ask in the middle of this reaction. Now we crescendo and we're flying off and we're doing the dance again. I love this part. They're rising up in the stadium. The music is swelling. We've got this string chorus just really building us up, and you can almost envision the dancer just getting more feverish with their, their precision and their dance and their freedom almost. And then he's like, let you dance away, like. Anyway. So, hold on. Okay, before we get to this, I was gonna... Most of the lyrics are the same, because most of that was in English. But it says, oh, let you dance away. I don't know how to define that sentiment without a circular definition, but like Twice has a song, Dance the Night Away, and it's kind of just like dancing freely. I should have a better explanation for that, but it's more of a feeling than it is a meaning. Anyway, don't you know I'll stand by your side? So this is them in that moment of like protecting the person's dream and offering that companionship. And they're like, yeah, fly away, fly away, fly away, fly away, all the way to the top, fly forever. So you can go as high, as far as you want, and as far as your heart can take you, and of course your talent and your work, and I'll be there to support you and protect you the whole way. This is a very touching line, because there's a few different ways you can take this. Okay, so I almost got a little emotional there, because it says, forever I'll continue to illuminate you, I'll watch over your future no matter where you go, I'll continue to wish for you, I'll protect. So, now, this says, I'll watch over your beloved future, I'll keep shining on you forever. This version almost makes it seem like whoever it is that's their support, parent, lover, whatever, that they're dead, right? And that they're watching them from beyond. And like, I'll watch over you, and I'll keep shining on you like I'm one of the stars in the heavens now, and I'm, guiding the way to your dreams. But then this line kind of reels that back a little bit, because it does say, no matter where you are, I'll keep praying. So now this line turns those two lines that kind of made it seem like somebody could be like important to this dancer but have passed away. Now it's like maybe they're separated. They're not necessarily dead, but maybe they're far away. Like, I don't know, let's say, for example, maybe they grew up together and this person went off to chase their dreams, and so to do that, let's theoretically say they had to go to Japan. But the one protecting their dream and being there for them. Let's say they are stuck in California. These are obviously just random examples, but in theory, like, that person is like, no matter where you are, you'll keep shining on stage. I'll keep praying for your future. You're never alone, so fly up with all your life's strength. Your place is here. So in other words, don't be afraid to go chase your dream, because there'll always be someone here who loves you, who supports you, who will guide you. Your place is here. I don't think they mean literally your place being where they are. I think your place is here means like in their heart. Where'd they go? They must have like little lifts or trap doors there that they drop through. Probably just a lift, and when the light went out, they went down really quick. Anyway, that's cool because it also ends with this image like I was trying to get at the beginning of the song, where you have like just this spotlight shining in the darkness. But yeah, okay. Let me make sure that changed over. Yeah, okay. So that's the reaction for TVXQ with the live performance of Bolero. Fantastic song, beautiful. Vocals were great. Message was really fun. Fun's not the right word. Meaningful, impactful. The imagery it paints is actually what I like the most about that one, though. Of course, I wouldn't know it if I wasn't following along with the translation, but that's not the point. So thank you again for the request, and shout out to our Patreon supporters. We've had a few extra ones, so I'm going to put the sign up somewhere up here. And yeah, if you're already watching this on Patreon, then obviously you know we have Patreon. But some of you have subscribed and have not necessarily asked for any requests. That's perfectly fine. But if you do have any request and you're subbed at the $5 tier or higher, just know that you do get guaranteed requests every month. If this is somehow on YouTube, then you just heard me address the Patreon supporters. We do have that. There's free content over there, and there's paid content, so feel free to check that stuff out. Paid content will include things we can't put here on YouTube, such as survival shows and reality shows, anything like that, along with live performances and just other stuff. Also the guaranteed requests every month. We do have the request queue that you can see at any time. There's a link in the description if this is on YouTube. That will show you the request at any given time, who requested it, when it got requested, where it is on the list, all of that. And if you would like to get another request on the list and have it bumped up to the top, You can either sub to the Patreon or you can sponsor the request through PayPal. So feel free to check any and all of that out. But thank you guys for being here. Thank you again for the request. And I'll catch you for the next one. Take care, everybody.